By the title, guys, it's a sad news. I just learned about it, but I have to share my 2 cents because this is so not the right way to deal with anger and depression and stress. And also you deal with things. So me I go share my 2 cents based on the situation. So as you guys come in, please share your feedback and your thoughts so I can hear what you guys think of the situation. Give me a few minutes. I give you guys some time to come on in. So guys, it's a rainy day. The sun was shining all day today, but around half hour ago, not few hours, around half hour ago, the rain coming. So guys, let me hear no 2 cents on this matter, and the t- the title of the situation. Hear what I am saying now, and listen keenly to how the situation is. So, based on what I have heard, a mother allegedly throws her baby girl to death during an argument with her spouse in St. James. Welcome to the one person. Now, guys, you tell me said the mother they couldn't think of something else to do instead of throw the child life away like that? And guess how old the child was? 5 months old. That child wasn't even developed to live half a life yet. He not even know nothing about his system when he born, you know. He don't even start make the first step or talk or whatever. Can you imagine? She couldn't think in her head say something wrong. And then on top of that, she have one 8-year-old pitney. Because at the 8-year-old pitney witness all these things that is happening. My goodness. So it is kind of sad to know that this take place. So here how the when I do my research, here the article says that in St. James, which is Montego Bay, a 5-month-old girl is dead while her mother is facing charges in a suspected case of infanticide, meaning that in kill the infant, in kill the child. YT, no come at me, please. According to the police, the baby was thrown from the third floor, which is the first, second, third upstairs, the third floor story building of the concrete residence where people them live in, where the husband and wife live in. And this happened in a community of Barrett Town. It happened Wednesday evening. The parents, this is the mother and the father, they were arguing. And the father now refused to discuss what caused the argument in the situation. So it looked like a relationship problem the two of them have. So you call it marital problem when you're married and they have problem in a marriage. So yeah. So because of that no, it caused the mother to do what? Go crazy and hurt the infant. That is so silly. That's not true. I will not believe that is true. Can that mother be so selfish? Thank you to the second person that comes in. I am here talking about the mother that threw her infant child off the third floor in Montego Bay. And she came from the community of Barretown, and she tossed her child over the balcony rather. So when I do the little research, first I heard it on the radio when I was in the taxi earlier. I heard it on the radio and I said, this is crazy, this is not true. So there's this lady that come on the radio and talking about mental health and postmortem depressions. Come on. You and the man they argue and the depression kick in and the depression tell you if you throw the child over the balcony. I don't believe it. Something more than that. And then hear what the depression caused her to do according to that lady. The depression caused her to go and commit suicide. Almost off herself for no reason. Guys, I don't think this making any sense at all. This is just not making no sense. You and the husband arguing about relationship problem. You have an 8-year-old daughter in the house and a 5-month-old baby. And the argument gets so heated and out of control that you, the mother, going to pick up the 5-month-old baby and what? Get rid of her because she's a problem. So obviously that's what she is trying to say. She is the problem. I don't think the baby is a problem. The mother and the father is a problem. The baby cannot be no problem. And she have an 8-year-old child, so there shouldn't be any problem. And if the man decide that he wants to leave her alone so she has to take care of the picnic and by herself, she accept it. She wouldn't be the first mother who has to be a single mother and a father to 2 children. She'll just be one of them, and I'm sure those 2 picnic would have never suffered at all. They would have not go hungry a day because she would do whatever it takes to feed those kids. And if a man of etiquette, if that's it, is that the word you call it, he would have known the procedure to maintain his 2 children. So my 2 cents from this situation, I believe the child was the problem. The 5-month-old baby was the problem. And she is wrong. Guys, please remember to thumbs up the live. Welcome. She is wrong to toss the baby over the balcony. So the police are saying that the baby didn't make it. The police said that it was during this time that the child was throwing, because of the argument they were having, the child was throwing from the roof by her own mother. And then guess what the mother do? The mother went to the 2nd floor to consume bleach. And then she do what in the process? Throw herself over the balcony as well. So she's trying to off herself and then off the child. So she off the child first and then she tried to off herself. So how was this incident reported? The incident was reported by the lady, 8-year-old daughter. She is the one who get the police and call for help. So obviously, what role the husband playing in the whole situation? None. Him probably all glad to, because one less trouble upon his hand. You understand me? I could be wrong, you know, but if the account didn't say the husband play a role. So the argument pushed the girl, the wife, over the limit, that the wife acts impulsively. And her impulsively caused her to harm the child. And in that same situation, she didn't even think of her 8-year-old daughter. She did not have any sense to think at all. She was just upset. I understand she was upset. But the situation didn't call for you to hurt the child. The situation called for you to say, listen, you go and this house is mine. And you don't come back. Me will care for me pitney them. But me I gonna make you go to court and pay child support for the rest of your life. That's what the woman should have done. Until the day they are old enough to take care of themselves. Which would be 21, 22. That's when he will stop paying child support. That's what she should have done. But what she do is the selfish thing there is a mother who damaged the life of her child. That's not right. It is not right. So this is what I also get to understand. So both the mother and her infant was taken to Falmouth Hospital. The child later transferred to Cornwall Regional Hospital due to the severity of her injuries. And one of the injuries that she had was a significant trauma to the side of her head. That's what the police said. So they rushed her to the Cornwall. They rushed her to Cornwall Regional Hospital to try and help the child. But unfortunately, the child did not make it. Thursday afternoon, the child died at Cornwall Regional. So now the investigation of the police continues, and they are trying to come to terms. What terms? The mother needs to spend the rest of her life in a lockup, jail, prison. No lighter there. Yes, an 80-year-old daughter is the one that needs counseling, is the one that going to need mental health checkup on a daily basis, because she is going to have a hard time figuring out what drive my mother to that extent that my mother could done this to my little sister. And then what if mommy could have done the same thing to me? So those are reason to let this 8-year-old child that she has go and get help. All the necessary guidance and counsels that this little girl need more than the mother. Because guess what? They are saying that mental health professionals have been called in support to the affected family and resident. Come on, the resident only affected by the situation because it involved an infant. But if so be the case, I think the resident, the people that will live around the surrounded, know say them are argue a long time. Because no yesterday or today them are argue a long time, them are argue. But some people, when people are argue, them they no watch people business. They mind their own business. And if it reach the point where the man might have raised his hand pan her and hit her and the police get involved, when the police come, they might say, oh, it's domestic violence. You guys can squash it out. It's you guys have to work it out. No. That is why they call for help. When it is a domestic violence or argument or whatever it is that cause it. When they said 911 come to my rescue, it's because they can't handle it. That is why they ask for help. But because it's domestic, uno just thinks that uno no business with that until somebody hurt themselves. Then that's when the police care. And I think that's very lackadaisical on their part. So in this case, when they are providing mental health support to them professional people, if you can support the family. And the little girl alone need professional help because she 80-year-old. You know how she sleep when night come? She don't sleep. You know the emotion we play over and over in her head. That little pitney I doubt if he go love his father because in them migline thoughts, night and day he go say, and my father drive my mother to that state. That's what the child is going to say. The child is going to say, my father drive my mother to the edge. So this is where those professional, those mental health professional came in place for that child, to help that child to understand. It's just more than what you guys are thinking. So most people will say the mother is going through depression. They call it postpartum depression. Guys, come on. The woman and her husband, they quarrel. And she decides to go fling the pitney through the window. No. Me and the husband, they quarrel. For example, me. Tell me happen to. And me I'm a quarrel. Me not hurt my child, you know. Him a come out. Me sorry, but you not turn in here. Me not send up my pressure for you. You coming out. That's basically what she was supposed to do. She was not supposed to hurt herself nor the child. Make the man come out of her life. If the man is causing her to be in a depression state, get out of her life. If it's another younger woman that that man want, go and go get the younger woman, because that younger girl now go do what she do. And that younger girl now go put up with you as how she put up with you. So come out of the woman life, because you drive her to the brink. I know she selfishly act repulsively and hurt the innocent child. And you know what breaks me heart? She carry him till he in my 5 months old now. So me, I was here sitting down and counting by my finger. Just imagine how long the pitney live. The pitney live 1 year and 2 months. He live 9 months in your belly and 5 months out of your belly. Do the maths. So they sent to bring him come here if you can't do that to him for. It never make no sense. It's not true. I'm not encouraging anyone to do anything stupid, but I'm saying, why the sense you're going to bring forth a lovely child and then only for the child to live for a few hours or a few months and get affected by your hand? You don't love the child. And if you are going to reason and say it's depression, guys, everybody go through depression every day. Some not even, you not even hear about it. Some, it is not even being reported of. That's how bad it is. That is how bad it is when you don't hear of it. And I am saying to you, it breaks my heart. It really breaks my heart to know that she couldn't just step back and think for a few minutes and just relax herself. Even if she wants to pack her bag and go. Just pack up her bag and go. That's all she need to do. Pack her bags, call her mother. Mama, me and come home because my husband and me now live good. Come on. Simple. Welcome, Jacob. Jacob said, this news breaks my heart. Likewise. It is sad. It is so sad to know that a mother could done this to a child. And her 8-year-old daughter. How that little girl is struggling now. Christmas break is coming up and they're gonna get break from school. That little girl probably have all end of term exam. If you go place in a what? She a 8-year-old now, so she go be probably in a grade 5 or grade 6. You know how depressing it is? And the father, Mr. Mention, you argue with your woman, you argue with your wife rather. Huh? You never think that this woman is going through enough? She have to be at home taking care of a 5-month-old child. You go out and work. Yes, you put food on the table, you bring in the money. She need home support too. Because she's home all day. You are out with your friends. Even though you're working, you still got time for your friends then. But you must understand that when a woman brings forth a child, everything inside her just change. Heart, bones, foot, everything. All her foot them get big. And then go back to the size that it was. Some of them then gain all 2 more inches span their foot. 15 more inches span their hand. Some go back to the normal shape, some remain the same size the child put them in. Men, you need to support your wife. She's your wife. Mental support comes from you. You share a role, you play a role. When wife no mean like um you withdraw yourself. No. Wife mean you maintain your care. Take care of the lady. You know, I 8-year-old Pitney feel now. I won't even me they stress the point because that 8-year-old child has to took up the phone and said 911. Mr. Police Officer, my mommy throw my little 5-month-old baby sister through the balcony or over the balcony. And when the police run come, resident hear the screaming and the scream. And resident run to the rescue. You notice the report never said the father report, you know. The report said the 8-year-old child reported. So what happened to the father? What role him did really play? Unless I know him and the father for them. That is what really wrenching my heart right now, guys. So it breaks my heart to know that's where society is these days. No support towards women who are going through tough time, and no support where concerned where there's a little domestic violence in the home. And the police are saying, oh, our family work it out. Come on, police. They wouldn't call if they didn't know. If they knew they could have handled it, they wouldn't call you, they would have handled it. It's because they can't handle it. That is why they dial 911. No go there when time somebody lost their life. Go before a life is being lost. Help out the situation. Stop look at the fact that we are a family, we need to live good. Which family live good? No family no live good. Everybody quarrel and fuss and fight. Because no two person is the same. Just like a husband and wife. No husband and wife is the same. There are two separate persons trying to be one. You know, like the current wire. You have one negative and you have one positive, and you want the current to work. If two positive went to work, the current wouldn't turn on. But you have to definitely have a negative and a positive in order for the electricity to run through the wire. That's the point that I'm trying to make. They said it takes a village to raise a child. You know, it is true, because back in the days when I was growing up as a young child, my parents would have said, don't leave the yard, stay right there so. And you know, Pitney stay. The word go through 1 ear and flew out through the next ears. They still left the yard. And the other neighbor will say, your parents don't tell us you're not left yard, go home. It takes the village, the whole entire community to raise a Pitney. So if that woman no live in her shell and come out her shell and admit that she need the help, don't you think at least that woman would have got the help? I believe she would have got the help. And I'm telling you, I don't think this is the first time they are arguing. I think that husband been arguing with the wife for quite a while, and the woman just have enough of it. And her action is not good, because her action has caused a lot of damage. Welcome to the 4-person. Guys, please remember to thumbs up the live. Her action has caused the one that she loved to be hurting right now. And she's in the hospital. And her little one, her 5-month-old little one is no more. Now the 8-year-old is left with a family member. Under what supervision? Under the father's supervision? I don't think so. So these mental health professionals, if they are going to take the child out of the father care or leave the 8-year-old in the father care, that wouldn't be a good advice. Because if the father was playing a good role, he would have realized that he drive his wife to the brink. And I'm very upset with the wife, because there could be other things that wife could have done to prevent what she did. She didn't have to act aggressively. And the reason why it upset me is because I argue with your and why you do that, a selfish thing there. You could have done better. Pack up your two pitney them when him gone. In Ghana road and in Ghana and friend him pack up your two pitney them. Go down to the police station. Mr. Officer, my husband and me in have hot water for how much days now. And he threaten me. And he go decide saying go do so and so and me leave the house. So he probably put out bulletin say I'm missing, but I'm not missing. I'm staying at a safe house. I will not tell you my location, but I am safe there. You give the police a little heads up. When him come for report, say you gone and you there nowhere to find. The police already know that you leave because of what is happening in the house. But she did not even act in that way. She acts so selfishly. And then what really, really drive me to talk about this is when one of the lady on the radio said that is postmortem depression. And I was like, come on. Really? Yes, everybody is going through something. Money, health, and it caused all of us to go through something. Money causes us to be depressed because we are not getting it because some of us don't have a job. Right? And health decline every single day. Let me show you how. Some may have suffering from cancer, some may suffering from diabetes. Some just can't even find the money if take care of their medication or if pay for the medication. So it comes in the form of depression. It makes that person feeling down and out, depressed about what he or she may not be able to bring to the table. You understand me? So depression drive one to the brink. But how far would a mother go to spite a father? I don't think it's depression. I'm sorry, mom. I'm sorry. I know you lost your baby. And I know you do it purposely. I can feel it in my bones that you did it purposely. Because if at the father you are spite, that's selfish. That is very selfish. You cannot spite the father like that. Do not do that. Mothers, don't do that. If the man is giving you a hard time and you see yourself being a single mother, be the single mother and be the best version of the single mother you could ever be. You see, at the end of the day, the child one day is going to say, Mommy, thank you for struggling with me until I am able to become a man or a woman. Don't take it upon yourself to reap justice because justice is not the way you do it. That is why I can't agree with what you did. Say, if you did run away, fine, I would say, okay, the mother have a right to run away within two picking them. But the fact that you and your husband arguing, huh? You argue and the argument was so heated that you grabbed the 5-month-old child and throw that child over the balcony from the third story building that you guys live in. And to the radio announcer said that the fact that the father did not even take up the phone to call to get help, it was the 8-year-old child that called 911 and tell them the story. She is the eyewitness. She's the one who report what take place. Guys, let me tell you something. And if the child is not biologically your child and you pick up the lady within picking them and you feel say you're not happy in the marriage, nobody make the woman go to the brink. Walk out of the marriage and left the woman. Stop driving these ladies, these women with their children. Stop driving them to the edge. If you don't want to spend none of your money on the next man child, man up and tell the wife, me not spend $1 more on the pitney way enough for me. You understand me? But that weren't the case when you were going through court trip, if I say you call it. You're going through the courtship. You the look the lady and you want the lady to be your forever love. When you go through that, you know, remember say I want next man child that you go um be a part of. Yeah, you did know. But something else out the road sweet you, and what out there sweet you make you want to just know and bother with your wife no more. You want what out the road. My father and my mother always say was sweet nanny goat run in belly. I hit a run for in belly, but me sorry say the child. Me sorry say the woman never think twice. And the child is being affected in this way. The child should have never be the main reason for the woman action. And then at the end of the day, she knew she done something wrong. How do you know she do something wrong? So you got still tell me say our men are what postmortem depression let she want to off herself too. That she went down to the um second floor, get bleach so she can consume it to off herself. And it is because of her mental. She know exactly what she was doing. She know if anything happened to that picnic and the picnic succumbed to her injury, she would have been in a big trouble. So she they get herself out of the picture. And she's selfish. And the reason why I said she's selfish, because if it's relationship problem they're having where she is upset with her husband that her husband might have other woman, she's selfish. When she act this way, where she thinks the husband are gonna get you now, no next woman. So that is why I'm saying mothers, think about what you're doing. You're hurting your child. The children's them. If you have 10 picnic in your house and the man a give you hell, tell him if you come out and left you and your 10 picnic them. Uno will survive. But if you are going to do something like this, you still they send the man to the next woman where you have pan side. So you have to use the upstairs. It's sad. It is depressing to know that you build a foundation with this man and then some other woman they come break down the foundation. Yes, make the other woman go along with it. That woman cannot take what you built and put together. So that is my 2 cents. And for the mother, we do this to her 5-month-old child, the repercussion is going to be hard and you have to go live with it. You have to go live with that trauma from your own action. It's gonna play over in your head. You're still gonna hear other people telling you that you could have done better, and you yourself going to see that you could have act differently and do better. But the greatest punishment that you're gonna have to face is to live with your action or the consequences of your action. That is the greatest punishment. No prison bar, no jailhouse, none of them they can make you punish the way how you yourself punish yourself when you come to your senses. Anger can cause you to lose everything you ever built. And my dear, you are the one who threw away everything right there. Because guess what? You did not allow someone else to assist you. You took it up on your hand and act selfishly. And in the process, you lose your 8-year-old child because if her little heart said she should not forgive you, well, my dear, she won't forgive you because you done what you done in front of her and she see it. So guys, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for listening. That's my 2 cents. The mother is wrong. I can't give her right. She shouldn't have done it. She should have get professional help. And remember, all of we are go through something. And how we deal with it is very important because it do affect others. Because see, she thinks that she deal with it, but it affect everybody. Innocent people are being affected by her action. So stay blessed, take care of yourself, and help somebody where they go through some form of pressured or depression. And if the professional helps out there are listening, focus on the 8-year-old, because the 8-year-old really need the help more than anybody else. Because she is the one that is being traumatized, and she won't forget that. For the rest of her life, she will always remember that incident. And the father that the media did not mention, you should be ashamed of yourself. I hope you live with your conscience if you have any. Bye guys, stay blessed.